Good morning. I'm Tiffany Almeida with Pretty and Paper Crafts, and welcome to Coffee in a Cart. I've got my coffee here, and I'm going to take a quick second and do some technical things and make sure I've got my video up so I can see your guys' comments and share it on my other page so people know that I'm live. So give me 1 second while I get to my page. Should be coming up. Sorry guys, I'm not seeing it. Just gonna take me a second here. Make sure I am live. Ah, there I am. Okay. All right. I am really close up. You get a close-up of me this morning. Whew. Okay. Hi guys, there's 3 of you on. Let's see if I can see. Hi, Sonia, Evelyn. Hello guys, and Terry. Awesome. I'm so glad to see you guys. I hope you're having a fabulous Sunday. I thought we'd get some FaceTime in this morning. Again, I hope you have some delicious beverage to drink. I've got my yummy coffee here. And let's start out with some prizes. So last week I showed you guys the new stamp case. The Grapefruit Grove is what it's called. It's actually one of the new in colors, and it's in the new case design. So I was really excited about that. And so I said, you know what? I actually accidentally ordered an extra, so I'm giving one to you guys. So yay for my mistake. Yay for you. So if you shared my video last week, you're entered into the drawing to win this. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a name out of my Stampin' Up! Cup. Isn't that cute? Okay, so I'm going to draw a name. I've got all these names in the bucket. Terry Sampson. Terry, congratulations. Yay. Terry's on my team, and she's a super awesome stamper, really, really talented. So I'm just going to write your name on my little sticky note here, Terry, so I know to give you this set. Okay, and then also, if you commented on my video, remember I was giving away a set of the acrylic shapes in the old in colors that are retiring. These are really, really fun. They're glittery, and they come in all kinds of fun little shapes. And so I did the commentpicker.com, and it picked a random commenter for me. So congratulations to Patty Hecker. You won. So I'll be contacting you and letting you know that a prize is coming your way and getting your information so I can ship it to you. So congratulations, ladies. All right, well, we let people pop on this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, let's go ahead and talk about prizes for next week. So if you share my video, and some of you I cannot see when you share, so please just comment real quick and say that you've shared once you've done it so I know. But if you comment, if you share my video, some lucky winner is going to win the Petal Pear Textures Impressions embossing folder. There's actually 2 different embossing folders, and the awesome thing about this is it's not retiring. It's going to stay in the new catalog, so that's really exciting. So somebody is going to win this beautiful set of embossing folders. This makes the cutest things. So please make sure you share. You could get a chance to win this embossing folder next week. And then if you've commented and said good morning, hello, or anything, I will get you, you'll be added to my commentpicker.com, and you could win a set of the Hearts and Stars Elements. These are retiring, but they're super cool. They come in all different shapes. Even the outlines are shapes, like they're just individual shapes. But I've used these a couple times. I really, really like them, and I'm a big fan of stars, so this was definitely meaningful to me because I really like these. So you could win these if you comment and just said hello, and you could win this if you shared my video today. So I appreciate you guys watching. All right, let's talk real quick about something really exciting that's coming up in May. You may have seen the event. I created the event on Facebook. It's called my Spring Creative Escape. And I call it a creative escape because I have designed this all-day retreat. It's an all-day craft retreat and it's for you to escape. Just escape the norm, escape the stress, and just come have a relaxing, awesome day of crafting. Now, it doesn't have to be paper crafts. It could be sewing. It could be painting. It could be origami. It could be painting your nails. It can be whatever you want it to be. Literally, there is no limit. You have to be able to do it inside, in an inside space, and you have to be able to fit it on a 6-foot table. But those are the only limits that there are to this event. This is my second year doing this I partner up with Kara Paysant from Kara's Crafty Nook. We actually are just neighbors, 4 houses down from each other, and she's my upline. But this is our second year doing it, and it's a blast. We have so much fun. We love spoiling our guests, so we do 4 surprise gifts throughout the day. We designed 3 projects for you to make either at the event or to take with you and make later. They come with full instruction PDFs. Let's see what else. Oh, we feed you lunch and dinner, and they're always super yummy. And we have snacks and drinks and coffee there all day. We have relaxing music. Oh, we have a ton of door prizes. I mean, we give away armfuls and armfuls of door prizes. We also bring all of our crafting supplies for you to use, so you don't have to own everything or lug everything from home. You can use what we have, meaning our stamps and our ink. So we have that. Let's see what else. Oh, okay, so let's say you don't live close to me, but you still want to, you want a creative escape as well. You can do that from home. We can actually package everything that comes with the retreat into a box and send it to you. So you can gather with a group of friends and do it together, or you can have alone time, in your own space at your own time, so you don't have to miss out. So that event is happening Saturday, May 19th. It's from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., but you can come and go as much as you please. You don't have to be there the whole time, but we give you that entire 12 hours to just get everything off your list. Now, what if you're one of those people that are like, I don't have enough time to keep me busy for 12 hours. I, only have one little card to make for my sister-in-law or something. Well, don't worry, because we also designed 2 additional add-on classes that, you could pre-order. You have to pre-order them. And then they come ready, packaged and ready for you to assemble with instructions the day of the event. We also carry things like paper pumpkins. So if you don't have a paper pumpkin to assemble, you could purchase one of our paper pumpkins at the event, assemble one of those. So we have lots of different options for you. Don't think that you're going to come and not have anything to do. We'll keep you busy. Plus, we'll already give you 3 projects to make the day of. And it's just a nice, relaxing time to hang with friends. It's even better with friends. So if you have any questions about it, May 19th, it's in Pasco. It's at the Pasco Christian Church across from Pasco High, and I can give you directions and the address and everything. There is a link for you to register, and I can email that to you as well. Let me know. And I want to show you. Okay, so I have a little paper. This is my little advertisement. I don't know if you guys can see it. So this is my Creative Escape. There is a registration link here, but I'll post it. It's also in my on my website or on my Facebook. But anyways, like I said, lunch and dinner's provided. Have fun with friends. You get a spacious 6-foot table to yourself, all to yourself. Oh, how could I forget the most important part? You get a goodie bag that's full of $25 worth of product. And we've decided, because we have access to the new catalog before anybody else, that we're going to include a sampler of some of the new product in your goodie bag. So you're going to get new stuff before anybody else. How cool is that? Plus, you're going to get a total of $25 in product and a cute little goodie bag. That's not including all of the fun gifts that we give you throughout the day. Just some super fun things. And then the space, like I said, is just warm, it's inviting, it's relaxing, there's music, there's food, everything you can want. Friends, food, and music. Come on. So I'm really excited for this. Again, this is our second year. We had a blast the first year. I hope you guys can join us. If you have any questions, let me know. And then I wanted to show you, this is one of the add-on classes. And isn't that cute? It's a mini album, and I'll open it so you can see. I'm trying to do this sideways so you guys can see here. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Has little pockets with little pull outs. So if you like to scrapbook, or you have maybe you have somebody graduating this year and you were like, I need a gift, a graduation gift, something to keep all their high school memories or college memories in. And this comes with full complete instructions with pictures, so it's not difficult to make, and I'll be there if you need help. But it's super simple and it's so cute. So this is one of the fun projects that you could add on to your creative escape. All right, okay, everybody, I'm gonna move the camera so we can have it down so you can see our projects for today, but so don't get motion sickness. Okay, here we go. I'm moving you down and I'm spinning you around. Woo, you get to see my messy desk probably. There we go. Give me a second here so I can catch up with everybody. Get to see my lap. All right. Okay, are we all good? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna move that aside. Here's my order special for the week. Can you guys see that? All orders over $25 get today's make and takes, plus a spool of the shimmer ribbon from Celebration. Woohoo! And that is only if you place the order by Wednesday, so please do so and use the hostess code here. And let's show you today's projects. I'm super excited about them. Okay, here's project number 1. You see that? Project number 2. And project number 3. I'll slide these over so you can see them all. Isn't that cute, you guys? Look how special those are. Like, I'm so excited for today's projects. You have no idea. Okay, I'm a little off the screen. All right, so I wanted to feature some more retiring products that I don't know how I'm going to live without. And so each of these kind of has a little element of things that, I'm going to shed a little tear for. But we're going to go ahead and start with the Move It bundle. Now, you're going to see this was my first go at it, and there were some things that I need to correct. So, for example, I did not give myself enough space to slide my card in and out, because can you guys see how the butterfly looks like it's flapping its wings? My card is sticking and it's not sliding, so I'm gonna fix that. But can you see how it flutters? Isn't that the coolest thing? This is called the You Move Me bundle, and I have not gotten as much use as I wanted to out of this set, the stamp set and framelits, but it is the most magical thing to see the movement. Let me show you the set, the stamp set. This is called the You Move Me, and it has the butterfly and the hummingbird that you can do. You can use either one to make that movement card. And then the framelits, the framelits are here, and it has a beautiful butterfly, hummingbird, cuts out the flowers and everything. So we're going to go ahead and start off by making this card. Now this bundle is retiring. That is why I'm using it today, because I got to get my use out of it before it's gone. I'm so sad. Oh, I just can't. Oh, and then, see this gorgeous, gorgeous paper? This is the Petal Garden Designer Series paper, and I love it. Look how pretty that is with the butterfly. How cute. And I love how it has Pool Party and Sweet Sugar Plum. Sweet Sugar Plum is one of our retiring in colors. This is one of the colors that's going away, Sweet Sugar Plum. So I love how it has that pretty color. I'm just dreading. I keep checking the discontinued list every day because it is on the retiring list. It's while supplies last, and I'm just cringing because I know this paper is going to sell out. All the really cute papers are selling out so fast. Did you guys see that the Pansy Punch is no longer available? Like last week, it sold out. Pansy Punch is gone, and the Lots of Labels framelits that I used last week are gone too. Too many things are getting sold out. It makes me sad. Oh, and the Naturally Eclectic. So remember the little purse that I made? That also sold out. So I'm like, what do we do? Okay. All right, let's get with it, Tiffany. Getting off track here. All right. So, I should say words. In the description of my video, there's a link to my blog. On my blog, I have posted the project sheet, which has all the measurements for our projects today and all the supplies used. So if you need to refer back and you were like, what size of paper was that? What does that cut at? Go to my blog and click on the link. And make sure you follow my blog because I am posting occasionally on my blog. And so love to have you follow along. All right, so let me show you what we're gonna do here. The first thing we're gonna do is cut out our little grate, our little window here. So we're gonna need our framelit. And I think maybe at the same, well, probably not at the same time, but we also need to cut out our butterfly. So here's our little grate, grill, grate, whatever. Remember when I made that Manly grill card with the grill? This is how I made that metal grill, was with this. All right, so I've got my butterfly and my grill, and I also need this little piece is actually going to cut out this little divot here so that you can have your pull tab. So we're gonna cut that here, like so. But I think first we're gonna cut our grill out. We're not gonna try and cut out both at the same time. So let's go ahead and get that. I'm gonna set that out just so I have it and move everything else out of the way for the time being. And I have this piece of Whisper White, which I'm like, I have a piece of Whisper White for the butterfly. Okay, so let me get my act together here. I'm like all over the place today. I'm so excited. So excited, I'm all over the place. Okay, so I've got my magnetic plate, one of my base plates, and then I'm just placing this off to the left. And I just kind of want to center it. Does that look centered? There's probably a better way to do this than just eyeballing it, but we're gonna go with it. That should be okay. Actually, we can check it out. We can go right here. Yeah, that's gonna give us plenty of space. Okay, so we're gonna cut, actually back up. For the grill plate, because they're so tiny of pieces, I'm actually gonna do a different setup. I'm gonna use my regular base plate, my Big Shot platform, my thin die adapter, and my precision plate. All three of those. Because these little fine pieces are so hard to get cut out that I find that the precision base plate helps tremendously. And you'll see what I mean here in a second. And it's really tough to go through, but that's okay. And you do not want to use the precision base plate more than you have to because it's really hard on your plates. It will warp them really quick. But sometimes it's just necessary to get that detail. So I'm going to show you. See, and it doesn't really tap out. Like what I found I've had to do is kind of manipulate the paper like so. And just kind of peel them out because they don't really pop out. So I'm off camera, I'm just over my garbage can peeling them out. There we go. Okay, so see, voila. All right, so now I can bring back my magnetic plate. I don't need that one anymore. But we still need to do another cut on our piece, which is just that little divot piece. Okay, so I'm just gonna, those little magnets kind of jump all over the place. Don't move. Okay, so I'm just going to try and eyeball the center. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it does have to stay put. That is the one requirement, Framelit. You have to stay put. Let's try a different place. Sometimes it just is a matter of moving it on the plate itself. Okay, I think that should be good. Here we go. I love Pool Party and Sweet Sugar Plum together. Don't you guys love those two colors? So pretty. So pretty. Sweet Sugar Plum is a very pretty purple. I'm kind of sad that it's going away. I'm really excited for the new colors, but I can take a second and mourn over the old ones. Okay, now we're going to cut out our butterfly. Now the butterfly has two different pieces. It has the outline and then the detail. So you can actually stack them. They can actually stack together, so that's really nice because you only have to run it through once. So you can put the detail in the center of the outline. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like the projects. I'm kind of liking them too. Okay. All right, so just cutting out my butterfly, making sure it's cut real well. Just pass it a couple of times to make sure it's cut all the way. And see, you can see it cut out the detail. Now just be really careful you don't rip the butterfly when you're popping it out. But that should be good. Okay, I'm gonna move my big shot out of the way. We need to finish popping out all of the rest of the pieces. I'm gonna use my piercing tool as I throw it across the table here. Just popping out all these pieces. You can see I even ran it through several times and it's still doesn't just easily pop out. I think my plates probably need to be replaced. This one didn't even cut all the way. Come on, get out. Okay, that should be good. Except for this little piece at the bottom who wants to be a pain. I can trim that away though. I'll just trim it off. See? There we go. Okay. All done. See? Pretty butterfly. Okay. Pretty butterfly. That's funny to say. All right. So we've got our scraps out of the way. Okay. So the other thing that we're going to do is we have our base here and we're going to attach this to our base. And we have some more pieces here. We're going to do some stamping. First, I'm going to do some gluing. Move these two pieces out of the way. I've got Old Olive, which is another coordinating color in the Designer Series paper, the Petal Garden. And then I took the Petal Garden paper, I backed it with the Old Olive here. And again, the measurements are on that project sheet on my blog. What do you guys think of my blog? Have you been over there to visit? I'm like so super excited about it. It's a lot of work. But with the help of my dear friend Brittany from North Carolina, who's on our team, she has been helping me tremendously. She helped me get that blog up and running and sort of functioning. So if you guys get a chance, hop over there and tell me what you think. I would love your feedback. Okay. I forgot to tell you guys, mention the inspiration for this card is from one of my favorite stampers, and her name is escaping me, but I know her business, her blog name was called Rambling Rose Studios. You guys are gonna know exactly who I'm talking about, but I for love of me cannot think of her name. I'm horrible with names. She's no longer, she doesn't keep her blog anymore. She's no longer a demonstrator, but she's amazing. And I always find inspiration in her cards. And you can see I did her bow, the kind of her signature. Well, I tried to do her bow. Mine's a lot messier than hers, but anyways, she inspired me for this card. Okay, yes, okay, Heather, yeah, Brittany is amazing, right? Oh, Billy Moan, yep, Karen, you got it. Billy Moan, I love her. I miss her so much. Okay. So, but she inspired me. She made this card, and I pretty much cased everything about it except my bow. I used a different bow material, and I stamped down here differently. But she's the one that I got the idea from. Okay, so you can see here, I'm using foam strips. This is the difference from the first card I made. The first card I glued directly down, but that was a mistake because then my pull tab was too tight and it didn't want to slide. So I'm going to try using the foam adhesive strips. this time to see if I can get myself a little bit more movement and less restriction. So you guys get to be my guinea pigs. That's always fun, right? So I'm just cutting up pieces of the foam strips and sticking them down to the card. I can even go sideways, and I'm just doing the whole kind of outline of it so that it's sturdy. All right, pray for me. Pray this works. You're like, oh, Tiffany, we always having to pray for you. Okay, so I've got my foam strip. Sorry, I was off camera a little bit, guys. Okay. Deborah, does anybody know what happened with her? What's her story? Why did she stop? I'm so sad. Like, she had demonstrated on the, I'm talking about Billy. I don't know why she stopped. Just one day, she just didn't do it anymore. It was very sad. Okay, and I just realized I made a big mistake. I did not stamp before I glued down. So we're going to improvise and overcome. My Marine Corps daddy taught me that. We're just going to improvise and overcome and come up with a little bit of a different plan here. So right now I'm just gluing this down to my base. Okay. So we'll just stamp a piece of paper and put it there. That's totally fine. We can do that. Did you notice the other thing that's on this card that's retiring is this beautiful Pool Party Baker's Twine. I love all the colorful Baker's Twine, so I'm really sad to see the Pool Party go. I really like the Pool Party. Okay, let's do some stamping. This is the scary part, right? I think this is the most intimidating part of this card, is the stamping itself. A lot of people are intimidated by this because you have to be pretty precise, right? For it to look like it's fluttering. But you know me, I just go for it and pray that it works. I'm not afraid to make mistakes. It's probably why I make so many of them, but that's all right. I'm using Rich Razzleberry. I'm going to do a combination of Rich Razzleberry and Pool Party. So you can see here, this is the one I stamped before, and it looks like a big hot mess, but when you've done it right and you pull it through, it does make the wings look like they're flapping. So I'm doing the outer one in the Rich Razzleberry, and then the inner butterfly I'll do with the Pool Party. So I've got my Rich Razzleberry ink. There are 2 butterflies in this set. You need to get the bigger one. That's the outer butterfly, and then the inner one is the smaller butterfly. Okay, so I've got my Rich Razzleberry. I'm gonna move this guy out of the way. Uh-oh, it looks like my computer has frozen. Computer, wake up. Hopefully I haven't lost you guys. Looks like I'm just lagging, I think. Okay, Debbie, I'm going to take a second. She says she hasn't really given details, but she is enjoying time with her family and taking watercolor classes. Oh, maybe teaching? Teaching watercolor classes. She was like the queen of watercolor. She was amazing. Well, I miss her. I'm selfish and I wish she was back. I miss her. But she was doing a lot of work on her blog. She was an amazing lady. Okay, so see, I've stamped my first image, which is the bigger butterfly. And now I'm gonna do Pool Party for my other Pool Party. What the heck? Sweet sugar plum. You know, I think what I try to say, but I never say what I'm thinking. Does that happen to anybody else? Okay, it was buffering. Yeah, see, it froze on me. Sorry, guys. It must be my horrible internet reception. Okay, connection. All right, so the thing about this is you're going to have to line up that, my block is dirty, so it's hard to see, but you have to line up that center line, that solid line, in the space. there's a space. See how it's like a line here? So it's got to be right above that in the negative space. So I'm gonna have to get real close here and lean over. Just do the best you can. It's not the end of the world. It's still gonna be a beautiful card regardless. I think this may have been my best stamp ever. That looks so cool. This one I think turned out better and more lined up than this one. Look, this was my original. That's way better. Oh my gosh, I completely messed up on that one and it still worked, see? You don't have to be perfect at it, I promise. I completely didn't line up my other one, but this one looks great. Now I'm excited. Okay. Okay, so, all right, Deborah, thank you for clearing that up. I really, truly miss her. Somebody tell her that we miss her. Come back. Okay, so this, in theory, this is gonna work perfectly, and it looks like it's going to. I'm gonna put the pull tab on it now, because now I can't get it out, but it will just, you'll just pull it up, and it will look like the butterfly is flapping its wings. So cool! I can't get enough of this. Okay. To make my little pull tab, I use the everyday label, or the tabs for everything, and the circle label punch. So this punch is carrying over to the new catalog, which I'm super excited about, but it makes the funnest little pull tab cards, and it also, I don't know if you guys have seen, but it labels my catalog. So see, it has, I know where everything's at in my catalog. So that's really fun. Okay. I get distracted easy if you guys can't tell. And then really, it's just really easy. You just fold it over and now it becomes a little tab. So we're going to actually stamp the center of the tab on a scrap of white. Here's the tabs for everything. Now, in the current catalog, you can get this as a bundle for a 10% discount. But that bundle at the discount goes away in the new catalog. You can still get both of these things, but you can't get it at a 10% discount. So if you're really set on getting this and you want to save some money, you'll want to get that now, before May 31st. Okay, so I've gotten this little scallop outline. I'm using this little scallop outline. I'm going to do it in the Rich Razzleberry. I'm just going to sent this little treat to me in the mail. This is how she cleans her stamps, and it's very, very similar to the new chamois that Stampin' Up! Is going to be releasing in June. But it just cleans your stamps phenomenally. It's wonderful. And all you need is water. You don't need to add soap or anything. And then you can clean this with soap and water, but it is going to get stained. But that's okay. It's still where to pull and how to pull. So we're going to point up, and I'm using the Sweet Sugar Plum. And I'm just going to do a little arrow towards the top. There we go. And then the last thing we need is the word this. So you can see it says this, like this way. Pull here. Kind of clever. So we're going to find this. Where's this? There's this right here. If I can get it off. There we go. Now we need the Pool Party ink. I love these colors. Rich Razzleberry, Pool Party, and Sweet Sugar Plum. I love all three of these. Very pretty. Okay, so there we go. Then you need to punch it out with the 3/4 inch circle punch. And it's the perfect size. So I've got my 3/4 inch circle punch. Slide that over. Look at that. Perfect. Punch it out. And we'll get some liquid glue going. Okay. Make sure it's facing the right way. Slide that on. I want to make sure my arrow's pointing the right way. Okay, then we get our little butterfly card. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the inside of both tabs because we're going to sandwich the piece of Whisper White cardstock between the two. Just, oh, ooh, butterfingers today. Okay, so just try to center it as best you can. And I like to make the sides flush with where the tab ends and the circle begins. And just hold it there for a second while it dries. And slide that back in. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. I love when things work out. And I love, look at that, how pretty that is. Can you see that? Woo. Okay, I'm having a little too much fun with that. All right, so then you can use glue dots, or you can use liquid glue, or whatever you want to glue your little butterfly down in the corner. And I'm just gonna kind of bend up the wings a little bit so that my butterfly is trying to fly away. It's kissing the flower and then it's gonna flutter away. Okay, and then in my hot mess of pile of stuff somewhere, I have Pool Party Baker's twine in my, somewhere. Where is it? Oh boy. I don't know what happened to my pool party. Okay, we're gonna use, I don't know where it went. It must have rolled off somewhere. We're gonna use white. So instead of the pool party, which is retiring, and it's gonna retire earlier than I wanted it to because it went away. Dang. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Found it, just kidding. Crisis averted. Here we go. Here's my pool party. Okay. So all I did to make this pretty little bow is just wrapped it around a couple times with my fingers, and then I just wrapped it, continued to wrap it up on itself, and just kind of try and center it as best you can. You can, once you've tied your knot, so once I've wrapped it, I took my end and I'm tying a knot around it. Yes, mail in a puffy envelope so it doesn't get smushed. Smart thinking. Computer is super lagging. I hope it's not affecting it for you guys. My bow didn't come out as cool as last time, but we're gonna go with it. So you just have to play with it, open it up. It looks a lot cooler with real ribbon, but the Pool Party Baker's twine went so well with this card, I thought that I wanted to use it. My thing is falling apart. Okay, just kidding. Here, plan B. This is actually not how Billy does hers. Billy does hers wonderfully. I'm not doing it as well as she would. Okay, so here we go. Let's try this again. Oops. It's also because you guys are watching me that I can't do this right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pinch it in half, then I'm going to take a new ribbon, or new baker's twine, and wrap it around many times and tie a knot. There, that's going to be a lot more stable. There we go. There's the Billy Moan bow. Okay. So then you just kind of play with the ends. You don't want it to be neat. You want it to be messy. That's the whole point of this pretty bow, is how messy it is. Okay, and then you know, I always, how about you guys? I always use glue dots for my ribbon or for my bows. They just hold them together so well. I don't use anything else. Glue dots are so handy. Anyways, there you go. Messy bow. All right, so the stamping part, since I have to get creative, I'm going to go ahead and rather than try to stamp directly on it, I'm just going to get a white piece of paper and I'm going to measure, well, I can't find my, I don't know where everything's at here. Let's see how much, let's see what this measures so I can cut a piece. All right, so I need a 1-inch piece by 3 inches. And that's what I'm gonna get. Let's see how this fits. 1 inch by 3. Oh yeah, that'll do really well. Okay, so let's get the sentiment says, "You move me with your kindness." So the inside of the card could say thanks. It could say whatever you want. So we'll stamp kindness first. Make sure we have enough room for that one because it's the big word. Takes up the most space, so we want to make sure we give ourselves enough room for it. And I'm stamping in Sweet Sugar Plum. Uh-oh, am I really blurry? Oh dear, I do look blurry. Okay, let me see if I can fix it. Let's see. Is that better? Let's try that for a second. See if that clears it up. Sorry, there's quite a lag, so I'm still seeing me like ink it up. Does look like it's getting it looks a little clearer now, so let's hope that that worked. Sorry guys, I really look forward to the day where I don't have any technical difficulties. I would just love to pop on here, craft with you guys, and not have a single issue. I hate it when you guys have to wait for me to get all my contraptions to work right. Someday I'll be perfect. Not today. Sorry. Oh, I have to tell you, my daughter's been making fun of my business name. So I'm Pretty in Paper Crafts. Sometimes I add the with Tiffany, whatever. Sometimes I don't. Oh gosh, it still looks blurry, doesn't it? Oh, I don't know how to fix it. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, Pretty in Paper Crafts. And my daughter has started to call me, and I know this is going to sound mean, but I know she's just teasing, but she says Petty in oh my gosh. Petty in Paper Crafts. Petty in Paper Crafts. Anyways, she's saying instead of pretty, it's petty. I'm like, yeah, that's it. I'm petty. She thinks my name is funny. I was trying to go with the play in the pretty in pink, but it was Pretty in Paper. Yeah, whatever. Okay. All right, so I've stamped my little label. Now I'm gonna glue it down. Uh-oh, you guys see that? I'm out. I am out. Technical difficulties, glue difficulties. Fortunately, I have a refill here. I can just pop this one out. Pop this one in. Somebody should have timed me on this. Look how fast I am. My goodness. Oh no. I say that and now I'm like, look at all this gunk that builds up. This is what causes problems. So when you take your fast fuse apart, make sure there's no glue buildup because this will get in the way. So take all that gunk out. Okay. I think it goes like so. There we go. Okay. We're back in business. Just kidding. We're not back in business. There we go. See, now you can feel good because you're not the only one that struggles with this darn fast fuse. I love it so, so much. But you have to be patient with it. Look at that. So cute. Who wouldn't want this card? It would make a beautiful Mother's Day card. Beautiful Mother's Day card. Anyways, I like this one. It's definitely thicker, right? Because it's got that adhesive foam strips, but I think it is more functional now because this is my first one. And again, look, it's too snug. I can't even get it in and out. Doesn't work. So too snug, really flat card, and it doesn't even have an inside, where to this one, now you have the inside and you have this that wants to fly out. Anyways, I thought this was a cuter version. So there's card number 1. Again, the You Move Me bundle is out of here. You can't even get it in the new catalog. You can get it at a 10% discount through May 31st because I do have a bundle option for it. But it's the framelits and the stamp set. And they're going away. And then my pretty Pool Party Baker's Twine is going away. So there is that card. What do you guys think? Hearts? Thumbs up? Do you love it? I love, love, love this set. I have not played with it enough. I'm very disappointed that I didn't get it out more. But I think I was like a lot of people. I was intimidated by it. So I hope I've encouraged you not to be intimidated. If I can do it, you can do it. That's for dang sure. You guys saw how, you know how crafty challenged I am. So don't be intimidated by it. Give it a shot. I love, love, love this set. Okay. Yay, yay. I'm glad you guys love it. Okay. All right. Project number 2. Let's go ahead and make this sweet little birdhouse. Look at it. Oh, it's so cute. Okay. So I was actually inspired by our very own Miss Erica Serwin. She's my upline with Pink Buckaroos. She is the most amazing 3D crafter I've ever seen. She does the amazing boxes and gift treat boxes and all kinds of fun, clever things. So she actually, back last April, I found a video where she used the popcorn box thinlits, and she created these little house looking things. She actually turned them into little circus tents, and she had them in all the different colors, and I thought that was so super cute. So I kind of took it on my own kind of road and went and I did a little birdhouse. I thought this would be so super cute as like a welcome to the neighborhood or like welcome to your new home type of gift. Wouldn't this be cute with a little packet of bird seed in it, or even some chocolates, or even some chocolate eggs like it's the bird's nest. Anyways, this would be a super cute thing for anybody. Mother's Day, birthday, but I made a little window like it's a little birdhouse. I used the wood textures, the wood texture designer series paper, because I thought, well, you know, most birdhouses are made out of wood. And then I used my two of the retiring in colors. I used the Emerald Envy. I have some of this striped gross grain ribbon, and then the the Sweet Sugar Plum for the roof. So I'll go ahead and show you guys how I turned the popcorn box into a birdhouse. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me see if I have all my pieces. So here is the popcorn box thinlits. I don't own the stamp set. The stamp set is in the annual catalog. It is retiring, and so are the thinlits. So they are going away. But you can see that it has lots of fun little pieces. So here's the actual box itself. It has the scallop, so you can do like a scallop edge. That's how I made my roof. I'll show you how I did that. And then it also has circles, banners, some fun squiggly lines, and some shapes, some flower. Oh, these are actually like popcorn kernels, and then the star. So I took 2 pieces of, like I said, the wood texture designer series paper. I used the lighter side for this one, but I think I'm going to try it with the darker side now. And we'll see which one we like better. So you actually need to cut out 2 of these to begin. We'll set these aside for now. We don't need them quite yet. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. Again, the measurements are all on that project sheet on my blog. So pop on over there and get those measurements and all the items that I use to make these projects. Now, I'm cutting 2 at a time. That it shouldn't be a problem. I did it before and it worked just fine. But if you like those crease lines to be really defined, then you probably don't want to double it up. You probably want to do one at a time. Oh, yay, Deborah, you can make these cute little birdhouses. Yay for you. I'm not sure if, I don't know if this Thinlit will sell out, but it can. It has the potential to sell out before May 31st. Only thing guaranteed are stamp sets through May. So here are the two pieces, and we have to do some scoring. So you're gonna need your Simply scoring tool, and we're gonna do some scoring. So the first thing we wanna do, now you can see that you can't, it kind of has this point, this center point. Can you guys see the center point here where it's not quite flat? So you actually have to turn it so that it's flat against this side, the side that does not have the tab. So this is the side with the tab, this is the side that doesn't have the tab. You're gonna lay that flat, the side that doesn't have the tab. And you're going to score at 1.5. I'm gonna use my smaller score side on my score tool, and you're only gonna go to that center line right there. And then you're gonna go to 3/8 and score there. So see, I've got two score lines. Now we're going to flip it over and put that side to be flat. We're gonna score it at 1.5. And we're gonna score it at 3/8. I feel like it's so bright. Does that help? We'll see if turning off the light made it a little less. Okay, so then we're gonna do the exact same thing on the second piece. So we're gonna do 1.5 and 3/8. Flip, 1.5 and 3/8. Okay, there you go. That's all the scoring you need on that. Actually, let's do this while we have it out. Let's go ahead and score for our birdhouse roof. So this piece measures at 2.25 by 4. You're actually going to score it in the center at 2. That's where you're going to fold it in half. Then you need to go 3/8 on each side and score, and 3/8 on each side. So see that? Then I did every quarter inch I scored. Just to make some lines, just to make some patterns on the roof. Give it some texture. Okay? And then you'll fold it in half like that. So we'll run that through the Big Shot next. Okay. So we get our Big Shot back out, and we're going to make the scallop edge by using the scallop piece like so. And we're going to cut, we're going to fold this in half. So I'm just trying to crease it so it doesn't pop up and stays put for me. And we're going to put the scallop edge here. And we're going to run it through the Big Shot. Just like so. We have our little roof. And then the last thing that we need to run through the Big Shot is we need to take our house, our little one side of our birdhouse, and we're going to use that little circle, this circle here, and we're going to cut a window out for our bird. We need him to have a way to get inside the house. So you're actually going to do it on the side that does not have the tab. Remember, so this side has the tab, this side doesn't. You're going to put it on the side that doesn't have the tab. And I just try to center it as best I can. I actually like to keep it a little far towards the bottom, and that is because the roof line is going to kind of hide the top part a little bit. So you want it to be a little bit down. So we've got that. Now we have our little hole for the bird, our little hole for the bird's house. He has to have a way to get in his house. And we'll have to bring that Big Shot back out, but we'll go ahead and do this part first. So the one thing that we need to do before we do any gluing to build the box is we actually need to put a piece of window sheet behind the circle so that it stays enclosed and you can put a treat or some sort of goodie inside. My piece is too big, so I have to trim some off. It doesn't have to be an exact measurement. It just needs to cover the hole but not go farther than the score lines on the top or bottom. So just putting some adhesive and gluing it down. See that? Just gonna glue that down, give it a second to dry. And meanwhile, we can start folding on some of our, well, no, I gotta let that one dry. We'll do this one. So we just got to burnish our edges. And I'm going to use tear and tape to assemble my box. So I'm just folding the flaps down. I'm gonna wait on these ones. We need to also do some cutting now that I remember what the heck I'm doing. Okay, so we actually have to do some cutting. So we have to cut right up to that score line here in the center and cut this at a V. Don't cut this tab because this is going to be our roof and we don't want it angled. But this piece here that has the tab can be cut at a V. So you can do the exact same thing over here, like a V. And then this little tab we want to keep. So I'm just going to cut that at an angle to make a tab here. So this is what it will look like. And we're going to do that exact same thing on this piece here. Hopefully it's dry enough. I'm going to score my line, not score, but burnish my lines. Okay. And then we're going to, I think this one hasn't been burnished yet. There we go. It helps, when you burnish, it helps to see those lines when you cut. So there. And I did my little V. I'm going to cut this one at an angle too, right to that score line, and then a V off. So now I've got two pieces that look like this, okay? All right, I love the wood. I love that look of the wood. It's very fun. Okay, now I'm going to use tear and tape. I am going to put tear and tape on the side of the box that doesn't have the tab, on the inside. That's where it's going to be glued down. And then I'm also going to put glue on this bottom flap here, just this one, so that when we go to close our box, it closes up. And do the exact same thing on this one. Like so. All right, now I think we're ready to go ahead and assemble our box. So we can take the tear and tape off of this. And we're going to leave that one on for just a second. And I want to burnish this little tab. We'll do that on both. Okay. So now we're going to line up our score lines. Like so. Okay. And then you're going to actually fold over this side, peel off this end, and it should line up just perfectly. So see what I've done here? I'm folding over this one, and I'm going to fold over this one, and it's going to glue right where it needs to. See that? And some of the glue is kind of sticking on the inside, so that's why it didn't pop right open, but there you go. And then you can tuck in your ends and peel your bottom pieces off and glue them down. And we'll put something on the inside to push the glue against the paper. So we're just going to glue that down. And I'm just going to stick my Tombow in there and make sure it's glued down. Now you can fold in your flaps on the two sides. Okay, but your front and your back, you can burnish your lines Probably should have done this before I built my box, but it's gonna be okay. And then these pieces that I scored, these little tabs, are actually gonna go together like this. See that? Cute, right? This is the beginnings of our little house. Okay, now we have our little house here, our little roof, remember? And we did all this scoring. So what I'm gonna do is I'm folding at that 2/3 line out, away, like that, so that it can have that pitch that's going to match up with the two ends, like so, okay? And then the other thing that I did was I actually applied glue to the front half of my roof because I wanted to stick to the front of my house, and but not to the back because I want to be able to still open the box. So I just put glue on the front. I lined it up with the front of my house, centered it, and glued it down. So now when I go to close it with the clothespin, it will stay together, but you can still open the box. See how I did that? So you didn't have to do that, but that way it's not hard to put it back together. Now, I turned on my embossing gun on accident, so that was fun. Now I'm getting one of my gold binder clips. This is going to be the thing that keeps our house together. Like so. Cute, right? And then I used my Gross Grain ribbon. And I tied a little bow. I am so happy that the wood paper is carrying over as well. That was a victory, I think, definitely. Like, super excited about that. Okay. I am by far the least expert of tying bows. So no judgment, guys. Don't judge me. I know some people who can make some fabulous bows. I am not one of them, but I'm not afraid of them either. I love bows. I'm just not good at it, but I still love them. Other people's bows are gorgeous. I just stuck that bow on with a glue dot right onto my binder clip and now my birdhouse is complete. Now I just need my bird and a little branch for him to stand on. So I have a piece of Emerald Envy, which is the green that I used for the ribbon, and it is retiring, which makes me sad inside. And I have a piece, just a scrap piece of Whisper White, because I'm going to stamp my bird in Sweet Sugar Plum. I'm going to cut him out. Can you guys tell me what set these two both come from? That should be an easy test. If you guessed Petal Palette, you'd be right. So this little green leaf is actually this little piece here. This little piece of greenery here. So we're going to cut that out, and then we'll cut the bird out after we stamp him. I love the Petal Palette. I'm so glad it's staying. I know that made Heather really super happy when she found out it was staying. She was, I think, going to cry if they took away her Petal Palette stamp set. She does wonders with this set. So cute. So I'm going to stamp my bird. Look at that. I love that watercolor look that this stamp set naturally has. That's why you don't see a very solid image. It's because of the watercolor. It's actually the way the stamp is made. And I just think that's gorgeous. All right, so now we just need to cut everything out. Gotta bring my Big Shot back in and cut that out real quick. So many pieces, but so worth it. Now it's a matter of lining that bird up with the magnet. Fortunately, we have wiggle room with the green. We're not lining up a stamped image, but I think that should be good. Run that through. Me too, Deborah. I ordered this. This was the first one. I had to have this set. It's too cute not to have. I'm glad you guys like it, and I'm glad that Stampin' Up! Was smart enough to keep it. We might have some very unhappy crafters if they took it away. All right. I'm trying to show you, my goal is to show you how versatile and how cool this popcorn box really is. You should go look, go check it out and see how many fun projects people have come up with. Not just birdhouses, but you know, even the popcorn box. Look at the stamp set. I think it's on page 26. The popcorn stamp set is super cute. This is a fun, I think, kind of neat little treat box that they have. So they're taking that away. So don't miss out on our sweet little popcorn box. So here I'm moving the scraps out of the way. I've got my bird and my little piece of greenery. I need my other one. Okay, so what do we got? Like, what are you guys thinking so far with the darker brown, the darker wood? I kind of liked the lighter wood a little bit personally myself, but I think they're both really cute. I'm just putting some glue, just dabbing some glue on my leaf. I don't need the entire leaf. I'm going to cut off quite a bit of it, but I just want it to be across my little window as if it were a ledge for my bird. And I've got to hold it for a little bit so it can dry. Put some love on my birdhouse. There we go. And then, nothing too fancy, right? Just a bird in its little branch. Doesn't have to be big and fancy. Can be sweet and simple. If I were to give this to someone, I would definitely add a little tag of some sort. Like if it were a birthday gift, I'd have a little tag that hung down that said happy birthday or happy Mother's Day or welcome to your new home. Whatever it would be, whatever the occasion, I would have a little sweet little tag. But that is the sweet little birdhouse. What do you think? Is it too dark now? If I turn it on the light, I feel like it gets blurry. Oh, the birdhouse is too dark. Oh, I get it. I'm a little slow, Terry. A little slow this morning, sorry. So there we go. Very cute, right? Okay, give me a heart if you love this project as much as me. I love these cute little birdhouse. I'm telling you, I don't know how I went from circus tent to birdhouse, but I was so happy when it came to my mind because I was really struggling, like, how can I showcase this awesome Thinlit set? And then when it came to me, I was like, yes, birdhouse. So I hope you guys love it as much as me. I hope that it inspires you to get something creative with your little popcorn Thinlit set before it goes away. All right, last but not least, let's take a gander at this gorgeousness here. What do you guys think? Isn't that cool? You'll never get it in an envelope, so don't even try, right? This is never going to go in an envelope. It would definitely have to be an in-person card. But these calla lilies just pop out and just look so amazing. And they would make a fabulous Mother's Day card or a wedding card. I just can think of all the fun things that you could do with this card. And I was inspired by, her name is Debbie's. I think it's I just got Debbie's Designs, I think. Anyways, I put her name on the blog. But she created these calla lilies using our Sweet and Sassy framelits. Sweet and Sassy framelits. Can you believe that Stampin' Up! Is getting rid of these? I am so sad. I love our heart framelits. I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to live without them. But I wanted to show you, I was looking at ways because I've seen a lot of people create beautiful flowers using hearts as petals, you know, curling the hearts, cutting the hearts, and making really cool petals for different flowers. And then when I saw this calla lilies that this lady made, Debbie is her name, she made calla lilies out of the hearts. I had to try it. I just absolutely had to try it. So I'm going to show you guys how I did this. There are two other things on this card that are retiring. Can you guess what they are? Ready, set, go. I'll let you guys guess for a second while I get my pieces out. Now, the heart size I used was the largest heart that's not curvy. So there's a curvy heart, right? And then there's this kind of straight heart. I used the straight heart that was the largest framelit. So you can see I didn't take it out of the container, but I already cut 5 of these out. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am using hot glue to assemble my flowers because I want them to stay together. And the other thing is, some of you probably have those fringe scissors. Stampin' Up! Used to have them. I didn't buy them before they went away, but I just used regular scissors and I just cut up the paper and I tried to leave about a 1/2 inch or a 1/4 inch space above so that I can keep them in sections. So you don't have to have those fringe scissors to make the centers of the flowers, but I need to have 5 sections, so I need to break this into 5 pieces. And these are going to be the inside of the calla lily. And then I also cut 5 pieces of the garden green so that they can be the stems of the flowers. And the thing you need to do once you've cut these is cut the ends at an angle so they look like stems that were cut, you know, intentionally for a bouquet. So just make sure you have angled edges like so. I actually cut these, I cut the green strips using my Stampin' Trimmer. So you could use your trim board to cut these. You don't have to do them by hand. If you want straight lines, you could use the trim board. Okay, so let's see. So somebody guessed the ribbon. You think the ribbon? That was one guess. Nobody else guessed what it could be? Has anybody else lost me? I'm getting a message that the video ended from somebody, but maybe it was just that person's computer connection. I don't know, my video looks really blurry again. Anyway, sorry guys for so many issues with the connection, but hopefully we're still good. So actually the thing that's retiring is the lace doilies. Our lace doilies are going away. They have come out with a new type of doily that has kind of a pearl sheen to it, but it's definitely not the lacy doily that we're used to. It's a different kind of design and it's not the same kind of material. So these are going away. These are only $3 and you get a nice old big pack of them and they will probably sell out, I'm sure. And then the other thing that's retiring is this beautiful designer series paper. This is the Tutti Frutti designer series paper. I love the yellow and white. As you can see, the other side has bananas. Isn't that cute? So it's the fruity set that's in the Occasions catalog. So that is what I use to make this. Okay, let me show you how we assemble these beautiful flowers. Now the one thing that you're going to want to do is you do need to use a bone folder. I know, I'm sorry about the blurriness, you guys. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make this camera not be blurry. Man, it's really bothering me that you guys don't have a clear image. I'm so sorry. Now I'm going to try and move it. Okay, so I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. That's horrible. So anyways, you got to work the paper a little bit so it doesn't get creases. You got to just curl it. So I'm just pinching the paper between the bone folder and my thumb, and I'm just gently curling it. This is kind of going to get it started for us so that the paper doesn't bend and crease on us, okay? So you're just going to I just kind of curl it around my finger, and then there's an end here at the back, and I've got my hot glue gun. It's all ready and hot, super hot. I'm probably going to burn myself once or twice doing this, but I need a glue stick. My glue gun is on its last leg, and it's leaking glue everywhere. Woo, it's hot. And look, it's going to gush out the back. Don't put as much glue as I did. I gotta let it dry in sections here. And it's okay, this is going to be the back of the flower, so it'll be hidden. So I'm not worried about this extra glue, but note to self, don't use that much glue. I just need to let it cool for a second. While that cools, the centers, I just took a section of that fringe that I cut and I just curled it up on itself. So I just kept folding and folding and folding. And so now I've got a pretty little bundle of, I don't even know what this part of the flower is called. I don't know flower anatomy. And then I'm going to take my glue gun and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue inside the circle right there at the end. This is going to be where that center of the flower gets pushed in and glued down. And it doesn't need to be exact or perfect. That is just what we're looking for. We do that 5 times. Is it in autofocus? Is that what I need to change? Let me see. I'm going to take a second and try to stop the autofocus. Let's see. I've got the flash. Stamen, Terry says. Okay. I don't have a way to change the focus. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, it's gonna be blurry. That sucks. Okay. Hopefully you get the gist of it, though. Okay, we're gonna keep going. I'm not gonna have you here all day with me. So, just gonna keep curling up my flowers. You can see I did this in the opposite direction. If you're OCD and you need them all to be in the same direction, don't do what I did, but I'm just random. I'm a random person. That's just who I am. And I just curled this one a different direction. That's all. Doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna glue that down like so. Curl up my stamen. Still can't get it right. Tell me the part, now I can't even pronounce it right. Just give up. Just putting some hot glue, the inside of the flower, sticking that in. Speaking of flowers, goodness, Janie, you have been posting the most beautiful flowers ever. Were you at some sort of flower festival? Most amazing. Like, it was like a parade and all the vehicles were like covered in flowers. And she's just been, they've been celebrating flowers over there in the Netherlands. Like, it's just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I was jealous. I was like, man, maybe that's what inspired me to do a bunch of flowers. But these heart framelits, I use these heart framelits all the time, and I cannot believe that they're getting rid of them. And there's no like heart punch or anything like that, so I'm just gonna be going through heart withdrawals. And they make such pretty flowers. Like, bear with me, folks. I'm gonna be making a lot of flowers because I gotta use my flower framelit or my heart framelits. I don't know if I'll be getting rid of those framelits. I like them too much. I have every year a BOGO event. When the new catalog comes out in June, I do a BOGO, which is buy one retired set and get that much in free product out of the new catalog. So at my catalog launch every June, I have all of my retired old sets out and I sell them to my customers. And basically they buy the old sets that they want that are retired, and I tally it up and they get that much in new stuff out of the new catalog for free. So like they're getting 2 for 1. It's an awesome, awesome deal. And I think since I have a lot of online viewers and friends that are online this year, after my local live event, whatever's left, I will do an online version so that if you don't live near me, you can still get a chance to get some of those retired sets. for, and get the retired sets and then get that much free out of the new catalog. So if you're not in a big hurry, you can wait and take advantage of that. But it's just a great, great deal. You get twice as much stuff. But I don't know if my heart framelits will be part of that, because I don't know if I can get rid of them. There's some things that I've not let go of. The popcorn thinlits and the hearts are probably one of them. I like my framelits because I do a lot of craft fairs and I can reuse them to make really fun treats and things. So I am selective about some of the things I give up. I don't give up everything. Like one of the things I wasn't able to part with last year was the owl punch. And ask me if I've used it at all. And the answer would be no. And yet I have it there on my shelf for God knows why. All right, so there's my flowers. I've got 5 now, and they're sticking to my paper. Okay, and then I've got my pieces to the card. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my designer series paper on the back of my, or on the front of the Whisper White. Again, all the measurements are located on my blog. You can get to them there. And all of the products too that I used are there. So if you need an item number or you are confused about something, you can go there and look. And just gonna try and center this. It doesn't have to be perfect. And before I glue down my flowers, I want to stamp my little sentiment on the bottom. So I was deciding what should be here, and I decided to go with the wedding theme, so I used Best Wishes. So it could be a wedding, it could be graduation. I mean, it could be so many different things. I went for Best Wishes. You could also do congratulations. It could be an I love you card. It could be a Mother's Day card. I was looking through all my sentiments. I have one Happy Mother's Day sentiment. I need to expand on those. Okay, so I did emboss this in white, so I will show you real quick how you do that. If you aren't familiar with embossing powder, I'm using my embossing buddy, and I'm just quickly going over the page so that the embossing powder doesn't stick to anything but the Versamark. So I just rub that quickly. I got my Versamark ink out, and I've got my embossing white powder, and I need a scrap of paper. I'm going to use this. I'm going to open this up, put it underneath my project. So you'll just stamp your sentiment in the Versamark ink, get it nice and inky, and stamp it down here where you want it. Okay, so it's clear, but you can kind of see it. Now you take your embossing powder and you pour it. This is the white embossing powder because I want it to come out white. So you poured it on your paper and it sticks to the Versamark ink and nothing else. And sometimes it stays behind on other things, so you just brush it off. Okay. So then we're going to pour our embossing powder that's left over back into our embossing container. That's why you need a scrap piece of paper, just to kind of gather it all back up and pour it back in. Okay, and then you need your heat gun. And the heat gun is going to heat up the embossing powder and make it stick. And that's it. And you can tell when it's heated because it turns bright white. The color gets really vibrant and you know it's done. All right, so I'm gonna move that stamp out of the way. Glue this down. Oh, Janie, you have the owl punch too? Yes, I know, I couldn't part with it, but then I was like, wait, I haven't used this at all. Why do I hold on to things that I don't have time to use? But then, you know, as soon as I get rid of it, I'll be like, I need it. Okay. So then I used the hot glue gun again to glue my flowers onto my card. So I kind of first played with where I wanted them to be and, you know, put them on the page. And then once I figured out where I wanted them, I just put a line of glue in the back and glued it down like so. And I kind of had them all kind of going together like a bouquet would. You could flatten the bottoms a little bit if you wanted. This is where this one kind of goes over right on top of the other one. And same with this guy here. So they've kind of come to a point. And then at that point, you're going to have your stems. And what I decided to do, don't know if it was the best choice, but I just put hot glue right directly on the card, right inside those flowers. Try to get the strings out of the way. And I bunched up my petals, or not my petals, my stems. And I just kind of stuck them in there and kind of scattered them around where I wanted them to be. Like so. See that? So they're there. They're not going anywhere. And then this is the Night of Navy gingham ribbon. And I actually did a double bow. See that? So to do that, you just double up your ribbon and then tie a bow like you normally would. And try to keep, with this thicker ribbon, you have to try and keep everything flat. So, like so. And like so. And then, to get the two ends, you'll just cut and cut. So there you go. Now you have a big, beautiful bow. And I'm just gonna fluff up my bow here. And then of course I'm gonna use a glue dot to glue it all down. You need a big bow to kind of hide the fact that your calla lilies are these kind of open circles. So you need a big bow. That's why I doubled up. I wanted to have a big bow that I could hide that fact. And just fluff it up, play with it till you're happy with it. And there you go. Gorgeous, beautiful flowers on a very beautiful spring bright card. What do you guys think? Do you love it? I need hearts. I need hearts if you love it. And it wasn't hard, right? I mean, it took a few seconds because of the hot glue. Just be really careful if you're using hot glue. You could use the liquid Tombow if you wanted. But is that not the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen? So pretty. So let me go ahead and bring out all the projects again for you to see one last time. My baker's twine. My baker's twine bow is not looking so hot. So remember, we've got the You Move Me bundle that's retiring and going away, but it's got the beautiful fluttering butterfly. And we've got our beautiful bird houses. Aren't those fun? Love it. Look at that, you guys. We made some beautiful spring projects that anybody will love, a mother would love, a friend would love. I just think that these were so fun and just super sad that some of these things are retiring and going away. But again, my ordering special this week, you could order any of these things and you would qualify for me to send you all 3 make and takes plus a spool of the shimmer ribbon. This is what the shimmer ribbon looks like. Remember, it comes in 3 different colors. There's Pool Party, Basic Gray, and Calypso Coral, which I don't have in my hand at the moment. But you could get one of these spools of ribbon just for placing an order and getting one of these retired projects. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have a fabulous week. I love that I get to come and craft with you every Sunday. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next Sunday and give away some more prizes. Thanks, guys. Bye.